Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Sunday, and that means it's Horseland Day. And this week's episode was the competition. When the kids learn that they'll be competing against each other to decide which of them will represent Horseland in a big Western competition, Sarah, Alma, Molly, and Baily start out encouraging each other until they all learn that their favorite singer will be one of the judges at the competition. Now, instead of having a friendly competition to see which of them will get to compete within the Western competition, they are competing against each other in a different kind of way. Okay, things I liked about this episode. First off, I liked the storyline. This was actually a really good storyline because, like all the other Horseland episodes, it does end up teaching you something by the end of the episode, and you kind of know going in you're going to learn something from it, whether it be from the kids, the horses, both of them, one of the horses, one of the kids, whatever, you're going to learn something. So I did like that, and that brings us to the second thing I liked about this episode, which was the lesson that was taught. You can't avoid competition. It's a part of life. You're always going to be competing with someone. But if it's a friendly competition, like the way Baily, Molly, Sarah, and Alma were competing at the beginning, everyone can turn out a winner. Where if it is a very competitive competition, then that may not happen. Also, if you're going into a friendly competition, if you don't end up winning, you still basically come out a winner because you've competed fair and square and you went out and you had fun. Where if you're just focused on winning, you may not have as much fun. So I did like that lesson that was in there. I thought it was extremely good. And you see, like I said, you see the kids competing, like really competing against each other, particularly Baily and Sarah and Alma and Molly really competing against each other. And then you see Chloe and Zoe also competing against each other and against them as well. But that's not really a big thing with Chloe and Zoe because they're always competing against each other and against the others because they always want to come out on top. And then you kind of see, but then you see with the horses, Aztec and Button and Scarlet and Calypso, where they too are competing against each other, but when they're back in the stable after the first training lesson, where the kids, I believe the kids are starting to really compete against each other, they're really not. They're having fun. They're joking with each other. Like it's just another day to them. They don't really care, which is kind of neat. The horses didn't care. Well, obviously the horses weren't going to care who the judge was, but they just, you know, they went in. They were just like, hey, whatever. It's another riding thing for us. It's another lesson to us. It's another competition to us. Whatever. We're just gonna have fun and whatnot. And I really like that, because they could have done it with the switch where they had the horses also competing against each other, and they didn't. They just had it with the kids. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't anything I didn't like about this episode. I mean, the four friends kind of competing against each other, like competing against each other, not friendly competing against each other, kind of bothered me a little bit at first when I first saw it in this episode, until I was like, oh, wait a minute. I bet that's the lesson here. And so it took me like maybe half a second to realize, yeah, there's a reason for this. Because you don't see it very often. You don't see them doing that. I don't want to say hardcore, because it wasn't hardcore, but really competing to win with the with Baily and Molly and Alma and Sarah against each other as much in the show. You see Chloe and Zoe competing against each other to win, but I think that's more sibling rivalry than anything. But you don't see the others really doing it. But it, like I said, it took me half a second to realize, like, oh, wait a minute, there's a reason for this. Okay, feel free to check out my other videos. Number 1, no mean comments. Number 2, no bad or curse words in comments. Number 3, I'm not opposed to debates, but please keep them civil. And finally, number 4, please be respectful to me and each other. Okay, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, and Twitter. I have Instagram up there, but I just forgot to take it down. Unfortunately, due to some kind of glitch, my Instagram account has been not my Instagram. I have Tumblr up there. That's Instagram's okay, Tumblr's not. According to some kind of glitch, my Tumblr account is no longer working, and because I already have it under an email address, my email address, they won't let me reset up a new one, so Tumblr is just, it's not there anymore for reasons beyond my control. I just forgot to take it down on this video. I do apologize for that. I will correct that for the next video. Please leave any comments and questions in the comments section. I do love to read those. That's just in case I forgot to mention that earlier. And please keep in mind that all pictures belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. And all sites mentioned in this video will be in the description section. Well, they'll have their links in the description section. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends. Basically the same deal. Any of my videos that cannot be found on my Facebook page are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my Facebook group, Fanfic Corner. I'd also like to say, if you're hearing like a humming or something in the background, that is my window AC. It was a little hot, so I turned it on. I apologize if it's a little distracting. I would like to apologize for not posting a video in a few weeks. Unfortunately, I have been busy trying to reset up my room the way I want it, and also with work. So, you know, I just had a lot of other projects going on, and unfortunately, TV talk kind of fell by the wayside, and I do apologize for that.